Okay, so we're about to do my daily routine, which consists of the meditation on the Buddha, and then the short version of the Ashtanga Yoga primary series, and then a solo body weight exercises workout. And just to be transparent, I'm very tired. I've had way too much caffeine today, and it doesn't seem to be working. So I'm doing it anyway because that's what it means to be disciplined, to be a yoga and a meditation teacher and a martial artist. We do the routine whether we feel like it or not. So I advise you to join, have yourself a cup of coffee, some tea or pre-workout, whatever you gotta do to get ready. I would take a restroom break, set out some pillows for yourself to sit down on for the meditation. That's how we'll start. I've got 3 pillows for my butt and then 1 pillow for my legs. And then I've got pillows on either side of me for the cats to sit on if they want to join me. And we will begin here in just a moment. I'm gonna just put on some chill music, background music, while I go get some caffeine in my system. And we will begin here in about 5 minutes. And again, we're gonna meditate first, meditation on the Buddha. Then we're going to do the short version of the Ashtanga Yoga primary series. And then we'll be doing a solo body weight exercise martial arts workout. I'm gonna take some notes for myself real quick. Okay, so I'll go get my caffeine real quick and then we will begin the meditation on the Buddha. Okay, so like I said, I've got a few pillows here for the hips, one pillow for the legs, and then some more for the cats, and a little towel to cover my knees. I have some caffeine right here. I've got pre-workout that comes with creatine and also some vitamin C with multivitamin powder in there. And we're going to get started on the meditation right now. We'll be listening to the Tibetan Buddhist nuns at the Shravasti Abbey in Washington State, leading us on the meditation on the Buddha. And I like this guided meditation because I'm very ADD, and this is full of exercises for the imagination, and it's a repetitive routine that helps me remember it. And I find comfort in that repetition of mantras and prayers that are also pretty much secular and atheistic. And I like the politics of this leader, the Venerable Thubten Chodron. She's very much a leftist, liberal-minded Buddhist nun. So we will begin.
We do the practices with this aspiration to be a benefit to beings, not to harm them, to benefit them. And in our understanding, the best benefit is to actually, for beings to be liberated from cyclic existence. And we aim to become Buddhas in order to help beings to be free in this way. So generate those thoughts in your own way. So Venerable Chodron has laid out this sadhana for us, helping us to generate these various mind states. And she starts by having us think about all of our potential, all the kind of positive qualities that we can develop. Infinite love, compassion, wisdom, skillful means. So imagine what it would feel like to be those qualities. Just let yourself be love, be wisdom, try to feel the expansiveness and peace in your heart, the wisdom that it takes to have this kind heart, to be unencumbered in any way, vast and expansive. You can take in everything that's happening in this world, reaching out to every being, human and otherwise, to benefit each one. So now imagine that these qualities of love, compassion, wisdom, skillful means appear in front of you in the form of Shakyamuni Buddha. So imagine this Buddha in front of you, in the space in front of you made of radiant, transparent light. He's sitting on a throne, above which is an open lotus flower and cushions of the sun and moon discs. This entire visualization is made of radiant, transparent light, but you're imagining a living being with a light body. So you feel yourself in the presence of the Buddha. The Buddha's body is golden in color. He wears the robes of a monastic. His right hand, with the palm down, rests on his right knee. In the earth-touching mudra. And his left hand is in his lap, holding a bowl of nectar. And this nectar is the medicine to cure our afflictions and all of our hindrances. And the Buddha's face is very beautiful. You can look at the Buddha's eyes. He's smiling, his eyes are smiling. He's looking at you with total acceptance. And as he looks at you, he's also encompassing all sentient beings. The Buddha's eyes are very peaceful, long and narrow. His lips are red and his earlobes are long. Imagine rays of light radiating from every pore of the Buddha's body. This golden light going out to all the parts of the universe, touching beings, carrying miniature Buddhas to help beings. And as they complete their work, they dissolve back into the Buddha. The Buddha is surrounded by the entire lineage of spiritual teachers, all the meditational deities, innumerable other Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Arhats, Dakas, Dakinis, Dharma protectors. And at the side, near each spiritual mentor, is an elegant table, and on it are Dharma books. The sounds of the Dharma fill the air. And they're all so happy that we're here doing this together. Imagine their minds just blissful and peaceful, gazing at all sentient beings. So you imagine that actually you are surrounded by all sentient beings in human form. Your mother of this life is on your left. Your father of this life is on your right. Any people you have difficulty with, you imagine in front of you, facing the Buddha, keeping them there for protection. Family and friends are nearby, countless strangers fill the space around you. And all of us are looking to the Buddha for guidance. So first we need to cultivate a sense of refuge. So we think of all the dangers of cyclic existence. Just think about how things are not secure. We run into dissatisfaction often, dukkha often. And people, all the beings around us, all the sentient beings around us, are also in the same boat, floundering in cyclic existence. And many of them have not met any kind of teachings that will help them out of this quagmire. So we generate compassion. And now think of the wonderful qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and generate this sense of confidence in them and their ability to guide you out of all of these recurring problems. To take refuge, we need the causes, this kind of concern, this kind of alarm, fear type, and also this confidence and faith and the compassion. So it is possible, on the basis of your present life and mind, to free yourself from all of these undesirable experiences. So resolve to explore that possibility to the fullest. Feel great trust and confidence in the three jewels, and open your heart to rely upon them to guide you and others from all of these difficulties of cyclic existence and bring us to the peace, liberation, and full awakening. So as we do these refuge verses, starting here, now we're on the top of page 21, we'll be taking refuge in the Buddha, and we imagine actually leading all of the sentient beings around us and going for refuge. And we visualize white, radiant light flowing from all of the Buddhas, the spiritual mentors, the Bodhisattvas, all of these holy beings flowing into us and all the beings around us. And this light completely purifies all of our destructive karmic imprints and afflictions. And it also brings all the realizations of the path. So put your hands in prayer position. Namo Guruvya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya, 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 Namo Guruvya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. So feel that you've come under the protection of the three jewels. And now we turn our thoughts to others and think about how much we depend on other beings for everything that we have, everything we know, everything we use, everything we enjoy. Our food, clothing, resources of every kind. These come due to the efforts of others. Our knowledge, talents, good qualities, these too are developed due to the kindness of others. And our ability to practice the Dharma certainly depends on others who brought the teachings to us over the millennia by generating realizations in their mind and teaching. So this is a very great kindness, all of these things we want to bring to mind. Our innermost wish is to be free from suffering. And this is the case for everyone else as well. We want to be happy, and all beings want to be happy. And like us, they encounter many difficulties, problems, sufferings. And usually, actually, their difficulties are more so than our own. Not always, but often. And when we examine our capacity to help beings, we find that we're actually quite limited. And we know from our practice that if we can reduce our anger, our attachment, our ignorance, our various faults, and if we can increase all of our good qualities, we're really going to be in a position to benefit beings. Imagine if we had just this generous heart, gives so easily, takes delight in giving, the kind of ethics that doesn't harm, has that just ingrained fortitude, loving kindness, compassion, wisdom. We'll be in excellent position to help beings by having our good qualities developed. And if we develop them fully, like a Buddha does, then we'll be able to be of the greatest benefit to beings. So we generate this altruistic intention in order to be able to benefit beings most effectively. So as we take refuge and generate bodhicitta, imagine that light is flowing into you from all of these Buddhas and holy beings. And it's flowing into you and all the sentient beings around you. So we're on the top of page 22. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, may I attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, may I attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, may I attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. So imagine the Buddha is so pleased with your altruistic intention. And a replica emerges from the Buddha, comes to the crown of your head, melts into golden light, flows into you. Feel that you and the Buddha have become inseparable. feel very close to the Buddha, and allow your mind to be transformed and inspired. Let go of all conceptions you have about yourself. Let go of any self-denigrating thoughts. Let go of the concept of inherent existence and meditate on emptiness. As your heart appears a small Buddha made of light. He radiates the light of wisdom and compassion in all directions throughout the entire universe. And this light transforms all sentient beings into Buddhas, and all environments into pure lands, which are places where all the circumstances are conducive to practicing the Dharma and generating realizations. So imagine this. You've transformed all sentient beings into Buddhas and all environments into pure lands. In your imagination, well, why hasn't this become a reality? We sentient beings have bias, prejudice, we lack love, compassion, and joy. So now we want to wish ourselves and others to have all of these qualities. So we contemplate the four immeasurables. We do this to reinforce our own felt experience of love, compassion, joy, and equanimity for everyone. Friends, strangers, enemies, relatives, people you don't like, people you don't trust, anyone, everyone. So as we say those four immeasurables, you want to listen to yourself say the words and contemplate as you recite. We'll pause between each of the four. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free of suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings not be separated from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and anger. So, in order to achieve what we've just been aspiring towards, we need to purify our negativities, and we need a lot of merit. We need to abandon things and adopt things. So when we do this seven-line prayer, this encompasses all this abandoning and adopting of things. So we'll pause after each line. And you want to put your hands in the prayer position for this. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind. So imagine yourself and all the beings, the sentient beings around you, making prostrations to all the holy beings in front of you in the field of merit, repeatedly prostrating. And present clouds of every type of offering, actual and mentally transformed. So imagine offering everything beautiful to the Buddha and all the holy beings. You can fill the sky with offerings. Make it very lovely and beautiful. You can think of flowers and fields and just everything that you love. Offer it to all the holy beings. You can do this repeatedly. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginning this time. So now we do like a glance meditation of the four permanent powers. So for this, bring to mind something that you wish to purify, some fault or mistake. Bring it clearly to mind and generate regret for that. And then the other permanent powers of taking refuge in generating bodhicitta, which we're doing in the practice. The practice itself will be the remedial action, but make a determination not to do this action again. And rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. So think of common sentient beings like ourselves, the holy beings, and delight and take, rejoice in all of the virtue created by any kind of being. Let go of any jealousy, envy, and just rejoice in the goodness in the world. Use your own life experience. Think of things, people that you want to rejoice. And then the next verse. Please remain until cyclic existence ends. So now we offer a double dorje. This symbolizes long life. And we offer this to the holy beings. We do this requesting them to live long, to always be a part of our life. And you can do this multiple times in your imagination. And then the next verse. And turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. So again, make this offering. You're offering with both hands this beautiful 1,000-spoke Dharma wheel, golden in color. Offering this to the teachers and the Buddhas to guide you and to continue to teach the Dharma. And then the seventh one. I dedicate all the virtues of myself and others to the Great Awakening. So now we steer these limbs toward full awakening for ourselves and all beings. And now we'll offer the mandala. Here we imagine everything beautiful in the universe, offering it to all holy beings with the wish that they will continue to teach and guide us and that we can generate realizations in our mind. This ground anointed with perfume, flowers strewn Mount Meru, for land, sun, and moon, imagined as a Buddha land and offered to you. May all beings enjoy this pure land. The objects of attachment, aversion, and ignorance, friends, enemies, and strangers, my body, wealth, and enjoyments, I offer these without any sense of loss. Please accept them with pleasure and inspire me and others to be free from the three poisonous attitudes. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. So imagine all the holy beings are just delighted and they receive your offerings. And the offerings melt into light and dissolve into them. And these all absorb into the Buddha's heart. And then immediately he radiates light back to you, filling your body and mind. And this light inspires you to accomplish the path to full awakening. So in order to progress along the path, we need to develop realizations. And in order to do this, we need the inspiration of the lineage of spiritual mentors, especially your principal teacher or your root guru, who is the one who has touched your heart deeply. If you don't have a specific teacher, just think about Shakyamuni Buddha, or maybe you have a connection in your mind with His holiness. And we make this request, page 25. Glorious and precious root guru, sit upon the lotus and moon seat on my crown, guiding me with your great kindness. Bestow upon me the attainments of your body, speech, and mind. And so then, at this point, you imagine that a replica of your teacher in the aspect of the Buddha emerges from the Buddha in front of you. And it comes to sit on a lotus and moon disc on the crown of your head, facing the same direction as you. So then this Buddha on the crown of your head is going to act as an advocate for you to request inspiration from the entire field of merit as we continue the request. And we're doing the long one on page 26. Buddha, unequal teacher and guide, venerable protector Maitreya, successor, superior Sangha prophesied by Buddha, to you three Buddhas and Bodhisattvas I make request. Buddha, head of the Shakya clan, the foremost guide, peerless in expounding emptiness, Manjushri, embodiment of the Buddha's complete wisdom, exalted Nagarjuna, best of the superiors who sees the profound meaning, to you three crowning jewels of clear exposition I make request. Atisha, upholder of this great vehicle, who sees the profundity of dependent arising, Drone Rinpoche, elucidator of this good path. To these two ornaments of the world I make request. Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of obligious compassion. Manjushri, masteress, flawless wisdom. Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the snowy land sages. Losangrapa, I make request at your feet. Holder of the white lotus, embodiment of all the conqueror's compassion. Guide benefiting migrating beings in the land of snow mountains and beyond. Sole deity and refuge, Tenzin Gyatso, at your feet I make request. The eyes through whom the vast scriptures are seen. Supreme doors for the fortunate who would cross over to spiritual freedom. Illuminators whose wise means vibrate with compassion. To the entire line of spiritual mentors I make request. So you imagine all of the figures in the field of merit melting into light and dissolving into you. Into the central figure of the Buddha in front of you. All the Buddhas, the Bodhisattvas, the Arhats, Dakas, Dakinis, Dharma protectors, all of these beings melt into light and dissolve into the central figure of Shakyamuni Buddha. And now Shakyamuni Buddha embodies the three jewels. And this Buddha absorbs into the Buddha on the crown of your head. And then as we recite the Buddha's mantra, try to let your mind be very open and receptive. Imagine this white light flowing into you from the Buddha on the crown of your head. It purifies all your negativities, all your obscurations, and it generates within you the realizations of the stages of the path. So we'll recite the Buddha's mantra together. Tayata Om Mune Mune Maha Mune Soha. 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 Now, re-establish the visualization of Shakyamuni Buddha above the crown of your head, made of golden, transparent, radiant light, a living being. And this Buddha melts into light and dissolves into you. Your body, speech, and mind become inseparable from those of the Buddha. And then we'll make the dedication prayers, starting on the page that we're on in the sadhana, which is 27. Due to this merit, may we soon attain the awakened state of Guru Buddha, that we may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their suffering, May the precious Bodhi mind, not yet born, arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore.
So this has been the meditation on the Buddha. And next we're going to do the short version of the Ashtanga Yoga primary series. So we'll take a quick bathroom break. You know, have you some caffeine, some coffee if you like. And I'm going to move these pillows. I'm going to clean up the floor in here, clean the room. I'll put some chill music on, which is like Alan Watts style speeches remixed to music. Some inspirational speeches, philosophy, things like that.
And so that is a nice little tangle. If I put this in the language of Oriental philosophy and religion, it would be something like this. The Buddha said that
So again, we're just transitioning from the meditation to the yoga practice, and I'm cleaning up the yoga room before we get started, because this is part of the practice. Clean, because you're sweeping the room, which is like your mind, and stuff builds up every day, just like your mind. You have to empty it, clean it. Wash your own mind, or someone else will brainwash you.
The substance of trees carbon, where did that come from? It comes from the air. It's carbon dioxide from the air. People look at trees and they think it comes out of the ground. Plants grow out of the ground. But if you ask, where does substance? You find out, where does it come from? Trees come out of the air? They surely.
This is the story that I tell. This is the story that I tell. And look, I wasn't a cokehead. I have friends that are cokeheads. I mean, my coke use was probably over a couple of years, maybe once every few months, maybe 3 times a year, 4 times a year. But then there was a point over about 3 weeks, or maybe
Maybe 5
6
times a year,
weeks, I don't
6
know,
times.
where it escalated. It was just kind of like once a week, and then it was like 2, 3 times a week. You know, I mean, I'm pissed. I'm not gonna like, fuck. I wish I never even got to smoke crack. You know, I don't want to be a crackhead, but fuck. You know, I'll take a hit or two just to see, you know, what everybody's talking about down at the bar, down at the Greyhound, you know. But since then, you know, in this program, I've learned like, you know, I'm just, I don't feel as hard as I used to. I've learned some different feelings about myself. Different ways to think about myself. I don't feel as hard as I used to. And it's a program of action, though. Like, I have to work. I have to, like, go to, you know, some of these meetings. And I go to the meetings, man, and it's so funny that God used, or my higher power, people say higher power, God, whatever. You know, I believe in God. I believe in God. You know, there's so much out here in, like, this business I'm in, they try to, like, make me feel like it's not cool to do that, but I'm not going to feel that belief. Because I need that. You know, and the program, too, that, you know, the AA, it's cool because it's not about the drugs and alcohol, man. You know, I never liked drinking. You know, I was never a pothead. I just started to see, like, oh, man, if you'd asked me one day, will you go to this great opportunity you have on this radio station with one of the biggest radio shows in the world, will you go on that fucked up? I said, no way. And then here I was doing something that I wouldn't have done. But that's when I realized, like, I wasn't even doing things that I really wanted to be doing. I don't feel as hard as I used to. I learned that different feelings about myself. Different ways to think about myself. I don't feel as hard as I used to.
Okay, we're about to do the yoga. 1 or 2 minutes.
Now my life has gotten better, man. It really has. Sometimes I don't even want to admit that. There's some inside of me sometimes that wants to make me separate from other people, you know? There's something that wants to make me alone. Because it's part of the only way that I ever knew how to be.
Okay. So, we're going to get into the primary series of the Ashtanga Yoga style. We're going to do the short version, and that's going to last about 30 minutes. I'm going to open with the opening mantra. There's a closing mantra at the end. The opening mantra basically means thank you to the teachers of the past, present, and future who bring this practice to us from the meditators in the jungle, because this practice eases the suffering of existence, and it really does. I encourage you to do this every day. Try for 7 days a week. You'll only get 5 or 6 days in, and the universe will smack you down and prevent you from practicing. So if you only try to do 5 days a week, then you'll only do 2 or 3. But if you try for 7 days a week, you'll be a lot more consistent. And then after that, we'll do the yoga, then we'll do the closing mantra. The closing mantra means good luck or blessings to those who lead with compassion and wisdom. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And on that note, we will begin, and then I will put the music back on for the yoga practice. Bande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandarshitas Padma Sukhara Bode Nirshe Se Jangalikai Mane Samsara Hala Hala Mohashantiye Abahu Purusha Karam Shankasakrasi Dharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shaitam Pranamami Patanjali Om. We'll begin.
Two epidemics that are interacting with each other. One is the loneliness, and the other is narcissism. I believe narcissism has gone from something that people had and you could stay away from
fact, the signs are traditional. All life is
Here's just one example of total launches of something like this being automatically shorter. Everything in my own immediate experience supports my deep belief that I'm the absolute center of the universe. The realest, most vivid, and important person in existence. We rarely talk about this sort of natural, basic self-centeredness because it's so socially repulsive. But it's pretty much the same for all of us. It is our default setting, hardwired into our boards at birth. Think about it. There is no experience you have had that you are not the absolute center of. The world as you experience it is there in front of you, or behind you, to the left or right of you, on your TV or your monitor. The world as you experience it is there in front of you, or behind you,
So this has been the Ashtanga Yoga Primary Series, the short version. And I'm going to close with the closing mantra now, which again means good luck or blessings to those who lead with compassion and wisdom. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Peace, peace, perfect peace. Om. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nayena margena mahimahisha go brahmanebhya paripala shivamatsya nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And we'll take a quick break. I'm going to check the time, run to the restroom. And the next thing on the schedule is the martial arts solo drills workout. And we'll get started here in just a minute. So we're gonna do solo martial arts body weight workout here. And this is the format we're following, same as yesterday, same routine. There is a full body, legs, upper body, and core. We're gonna do one from each column, one after the other for 30 seconds to a minute for each exercise, so that we're following this high intensity interval training format. And we're gonna get started here in just a minute. I'm gonna put on some more energetic music. And I encourage you to stick with the whole routine. We're almost done. We did the meditation and the yoga. Now we're about to do the martial arts.
People want to know how to stop the laziness. They want to know how to stop the procrastination.
So finish your caffeine, get ready.
They have some idea in their head, some kind of a vision of what they want to do, but they don't know where to start. And so they say, hey, where do I start?
Now check the time.
When's the best time to start? Where do I start? And when's the best time to start? Where do I start? And when's the best time to start? And I have a very simple answer for that. Here. And now.
So it says 10:47. We'll go until about 11:20.
Get on a workout program or a clean diet. You want to start a business? You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application? You start right here. And when do you start? You start right now. Right now. Right now. You initiate the action aggressively. You want to improve? You want to get better? You want to get on a workout program or a clean diet? You want to start a business? You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application? The idea isn't going to execute itself. And the book isn't going to write itself. And the weights out in the gym, they're not going to move themselves. You have to do it. And you have to do it now.
Push-ups. Any kind of push-ups.
And that means you gotta stop thinking about it and stop dreaming about it and stop researching every aspect of it and reading all about it and debating the pros and cons of it. Just start doing it. You want to improve? You want to get better? You want to get on a workout program or a clean diet? You want to start a business? You want to write a book
never recaptures reality.
Full
Memory
body.
reconstructs. All reconstructions change the original, becoming external frames of reference that inevitably fall short. How soothing it is to forget, and how dangerous. How tempting it is to raise high walls and keep out change. Right here in our own self-satisfied comfort. Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past. A past which
Yes.
never in fact existed. Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past. A past which never in fact existed. Humans are born with a susceptibility to that most persistent and debilitating disease of intellect, self-deception. The best of all possible worlds, and the worst. Get their dramatic coloration from it. As nearly as we can determine, there is no natural immunity.
Boxing.
Constant alertness is required. As nearly as we can determine, there is no natural immunity. Constant alertness is required. Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past. A past which never in fact existed. Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past. A past which never in fact existed. A past which never in fact existed.
Head movement for the core.
Never in fact existed. A past which never in fact existed. A past which never in fact existed. Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past. A past which never in fact existed.
Full body burpee.
When I realized that losing your temper
We're gonna lunge
was a sign of weakness,
and hook.
as soon as I made that connection, I said to myself, this week I'm gonna try not to do it anymore. And what's weird is when you're a kid and you see someone get angry and it made you afraid, for a while I saw it as like a power, a way to achieve power, that you can lose your temper and then all of a sudden you have this extra strength thing. When you're a little kid, if I can get that rage going and people are scared like I used to feel, that's a positive thing. And then as I got older, I realized, hey, this isn't cool. This isn't strength. It's actually weakness. And I didn't realize that
The
overnight,
body.
but I started getting the
Elevated
idea
push-ups.
that was weakness. Now, when you see someone that is in control, that even when bad things are happening, standing stoically saying, okay, let me take another look at that, and I'll get it done. Okay. Here's control. It's not strength. It's weakness. Okay. Here's control. It's not strength. It's weakness.
Corn.
after.
We're gonna do flutter
What
kicks.
indicators do you have when you know that you're starting to feel that? And as soon as you feel that, you detach. You go, oh, that's what that is. That's an indicator. And it's a weakness. And I don't like weakness. So I'm not going to allow it. And then take a breath. Nod your head. Slowly in the affirmative. Like, I understand. This is the way things are. I accept this. Okay. You lose control. It's not strength. It's weakness. Okay. You lose control. It's not strength. It's weakness. And then you sing whatever, guys.
Full body.
Count to 10. You tell your little kids that. Tell your little kids when they start losing their temper, you need to count to 10. Count to 10. Count to 100. Count to 1,000 or whatever it is you gotta do. And get control. Because if you're losing control, it's not strength. It's weakness. If you're losing control, it's not strength. It's weakness. Okay. If you lose control, it's not strength. It's weakness. Okay. If you lose control, it's not strength. It's weakness.
Lunge and uppercut. Switch your stance.
Let's say you have no races. Let's say you have no classes, no nothing. There's no purpose for what. People need to have purpose to get up. They need purpose to perform.
Upper body. Boxing again.
When there's nothing on the docket. There's no 5K. There's no, I'm going to get into school to do this or that. And still perform to the highest level. Because when people don't get it, one day that thing's going to come up. And if you're not constantly performing without purpose, you're not going to be ready when the time comes. It's this magical thing, purpose, that we're all looking for. But what's funny about it all is that we need these things to perform. But we don't take a second to realize the purpose is you. The purpose is you. The purpose is you. The purpose is you.
Head movement.
You are always the
Oh no.
purpose.
High knees.
It's always there. Because the very purpose is you. There may be another purpose, like being a sailor, going to college, whatever, but the main purpose of life is you. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, why am I not doing this for myself? That is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself. That's the only purpose I fucking need. That's the only purpose I fucking need. So the reason I get
Full
back
body
to there's
burpee.
no races, there's no school, there's nothing in front of me, is because I have pride in myself. The purpose is you. The purpose is you. The purpose is you. The purpose is you. You are always the purpose. The purpose is always there. Because the very purpose is you.
Legs.
You have to want to be better. It's the
Stances.
muscle.
Your
You
foot
have to have
work.
pride in yourself. You have to have pride in yourself. You have to have, there's something about you, whether it's your last name, the smallest thing. You have to be proud of yourself. If you have no pride in yourself, I can't give it to you. I want to be the standard. I want to be that guy. Like, if you go to whatever company, they have this mission statement on how we want to run our company.
Full body, wide push-ups. Core. We're going to do head movement again.
If you came here looking for that, you won't find it. The shortcut is a lie. The hack doesn't get you there. And if you want to take the easy road, it won't take you to where you want to be. Stronger, smarter, faster, healthier, better. Reach goals and overcome obstacles and be the best version of you possible will not happen by itself. It will not happen cutting corners, taking shortcuts, or looking for the easy way. There is no easy way. There's only
Full body.
late nights, early mornings, practice, rehearsal, repetition, study, sweat, blood, toil, frustration, and discipline. Discipline. There must be discipline. Discipline.
Don't clap your friend's ears. Kicks.
Discipline, the root of all good qualities, the driver of daily execution. The core principle that overcomes laziness and lethargy and excuses. Discipline defeats infinite excuses that say, not today, not now, I need a rest, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. What's the hack? How do you become stronger, smarter, faster, healthier? How do you become better? How do you achieve true freedom? There is only one way. The way of discipline.
High knees again. Full body burpee. Calf raises. Just short rounds, going to upper body, narrow push-ups. Assisted sit-ups. Freestyle kickboxing. Kicks. Boxing.
Sometimes bad things, horrible things happen to good people. I don't know why, but life isn't fair. That's the reality. And it's cancer,
Head
MS,
movement.
horrible diseases, and accidents. These things. A good person in the wrong place, in the wrong time, can end up just a victim of fate and of reality. And it can be horrible and heart-wrenching. But when those bad things happen to people around
sprawl.
The way bad things happen. So what are you going to, how are you going to lead? Are you going to get angry? Are you going to get frustrated? Are you going to lash out at people? Who are you going to lash out at anyways? Are you going to start going down the spiral of negativity? Are you going to let this horrible situation dictate the way you feel and
Shooting
the
for
way
the takedown.
you handle it? Are you going to fall over, fall down, fall apart? Or are you going to lead? Are you going to face this issue with courage and with resolution? What are you going to do? Going to do? The way bad things happen. So what are you going to do? Going to do? The way bad things happen. So what are you
Arm drag.
going to do? I say
It's like inside out block, but I'm grabbing the arm,
up
wrist and
the
elbow,
challenge.
pulling
The
it in.
one that other people look to. Absorb that impact, absorb that negativity. Draw fire. That's what a member of a platoon for tactical reasons steps into the open to draw enemy fire. Maybe to give another part of his team the chance to move or distract the enemy. But that's what I say. Draw fire. Bring that pain to me. I can handle it. When
Posturing up from a wrestling stance,
going to do
and we're dropping the back knee down.
the way bad things happen. What are you going to do? Going to do the way bad things happen. What are you going to do? When bad things are happening, I am going to try and be the one good thing. The thing standing tall that can be relied upon. Because I know that attitude will spread. It will bolster those around me. And we will fight. And in fighting, we will win.
So that's for the
And
core
if not
and
the
the back.
battle, and if not the
Lower
war,
back strength.
we will win.
Hip throw
Our
for the full body.
it will never surrender. What are you going to do? Going to do? The way bad things happen. What are you going to do? Going to do? The way bad things happen. What are you going to do? And that is the ultimate victory. To hold your head high and even in the face of inescapable defeat, to stand and to
Hip throw
fight.
squats.
That is to win.
Pummeling. Digging for an over-under grip. Right? Or double underhooks to set up a throw. Hip throw for the core It's like a good morning exercise. But for the hip throw. I'm not using my legs here. Shorter rounds now, I'm going down. Hip throw to roll. Okay. Backwards roll. And backwards roll again. For the full body exercise. Karaoke with the legs. This is for setting up kicks and hip throws. So we just did upper body, now we're doing core.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating.
Yeah, and right on time. We're doing the last round, putting everything together.
Make dreams your master. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim. You can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools.
call it there. Drink water, listen to the rest of the song. And that's it for the day. Excuse me, Siri. So tonight we did the whole daily routine. Short version, we did meditation, yoga, and martial arts. A nice solo drill like a hermit. So for those of you who did the whole routine, you have all my love, respect, admiration. Keep it up, do it every day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Please like, share, and subscribe.